This video is brought to you by Roguedeckbuilder.com. Purchase a playmat today and help us make the move to our new studio. We have over 10 playmats to choose from. Visit Roguedeckbuilder.com. Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 2 with Master Biomancer. Yes, we'd like to play first. Alrighty, this seems like a pretty decent hand. A first turn Temple of Mystery. We have Arbor Colossus. We have a Courser Crewfix. Definitely a great hand. Nice little curve here. It will curve out if we can actually continue hitting the land drops. Or at this point, I think I put that on the bottom. Or just find a Nightthrow Shining Nyx, and we're great. So Overgrown Tomb. Have no clue what this is. So many decks are utilizing this land right now. Let's see. It's going to be Voyaging Satyr. And next turn we have a Courser Crewfix. That can come out. It might just be another. This is a different guy, isn't it? Okay, this is going to be a Dredge. A Dredge deck. And let's see. He had to... Oh, he just plain missed with the Satyr Wayfinder. Find some decent cards. Three creatures in the graveyard, but definitely not an ideal one. Nylea is nice. We are going to put in Courser. And we do find that land off the top. And there's a Mystic on top of that. So definitely going to be able to get the ball rolling here soon. What we need to do is dig for a Nightthrow Shining Nyx. We have plenty of mana, though. We'll have plenty of Devotion for Nylea, too. So let's see if he's probably going to do some sort of dredging again. Ooze is going to be amazing. The Court of Callings into Ooze's next game are going to be really good. So Nemesis Immortals seems like a pretty good start, but we're going to have something bigger. I mean, he can actually Monstrosity it. We have a Prime Speaker Zagana after that. So what we're going to do here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is I believe we're going to Nylea and Elf. And I believe Nylea will be active here at a 6/6. That's just better than an Arbor Colossus, even though if we do... Oh yeah, that's just great. Gives them trample. It gives them ability to pump. What the coolest thing about this deck is, look, none of this on my board right now rotates. And in my hand, basically nothing rotates. So this can be a powerful deck come rotation. Still have like Hydra Broodmaster. You still have a lot of cards. So Commune, which he takes. An Elvish... No, let's see. What does it say what he takes? Shadowborn Demon in their hand. So he's definitely trying to shut down my Devotion. But at this point, yeah, I'm just going to draw an insane amount of cards off of Nylea here. Or off of Prime Speaker Zagana. And he's probably going to have to kill Prime Speaker. So I guess I didn't have to hit myself with that damage. So we get 7 cards. And, whoa, we hit 0 lands. That is pretty insane that no lands were on the... So, still no Nightthrow Shining Nyx. We do want to hit that. And again, I don't even think I attack in quite yet. We'll just stay back and clean up. What don't we need here? We definitely don't need... Oh, wow. I actually like most of these cards. Burning Tree is a free card. Voyaging Satyr is a free card off of that, but it's probably not going to get the job done. So I think we get rid of both of them. At this point, they're the weaker of the cards. So he's going to be able to Shadowborn Demon off of a Prime Speaker Zagana here. But Prime Speaker just got insane value. We still have Nylea that's active. Not another land. That was a lot of cards. 9, 10 cards to draw into without a land. I might just go Primeval Bounty. What can we cast? So now I'm actually regretting chucking out the Master Bio, or the two free, the accelerants here. We could easily, but it's just going to be, I believe, just Arbor Colossus, or we can actually go Master Biomancer, but then we don't have, it doesn't do anything after that. So I think we just spend our mana. We can actually, we can do a free Nylea or free Nisa. And still cast the Arbor Colossus. Which can now protect against the Shadowborn Demon. Unless it's a Night Howler on a Shadowborn Demon. Then I'm in trouble. Nope, just another Shadowborn Demon which kills the Arbor Colossus. That really sucks. Because he has 2 flyers now. And he's going to kill Nisa here. So still can't ramp. And no land in the foreseeable future. There's a land off the top. But not the land that we desperately want, which is the Nykthos Shrine of Nyx, which is still, we've gone through almost half our deck and have yet to find it. So I'm thinking that we might just have to race here. I don't know. He probably has a Night Howler in hand. I might just die, unfortunately, because we added to the mischief of putting some creatures in the graveyard. I mean, we can Burning Tree kind of for free here, so we'll definitely, I believe, actually cast the Master Biomancer. And then Burning Tree. And then, yeah, I just don't know how we're going to get through this. Maybe just another Master Biomancer and try for a huge Plukernos. Now, I think I have to Plukernos here and just hope for the best. To just swing through this. So Nylea is going to come through. And he does take the Satyr Wayfinder. So those Shadowborn Demons, they wrecked us. Again, a Night Howler hooked up to a Shadowborn might just be game. And it is a Night Howler hooked up to a Shadowborn. And that's 13 damage. So that gets us here. Alright, so we'll go on to the next game. Can't believe he came back from our kind of god draw. The good news is, though, I will bring in another Hornet's Queen. I will bring in not a Cyclonic Rift. I think we can take those out safely. We don't want him getting actually more advantage out of it. Primeval Bounty actually seems a little bit weaker in this matchup. We need ways, the most ways to tutor, the better. Sylvan Primordial, no, that doesn't hit enough. Reclamation Sage can actually hit Night Howler, so we're going to bring in 2 Reclamation Sages. And it hits Whip, too. You don't know if he's running the Whip. And I believe we are going to take out... Like, Nisa does very little in this matchup. So I'm going to take out Nisa, even though it does ramp. And... yeah, also... Cards like, nah, it doesn't really matter what I take out here. Probably don't want to take out any sort of ramp. Plukernos is still good. Nylea is still good. Court of Callings are very good. Prime Speaker's good. Let's take out, I think we're going to take out the higher casting cost stuff. Primeval Bounty and Groot Collar Beast are going to come out. And we'll just try to get that ooze out. So no ooze, no Court of Calling. Do I mulligan this? I'm going to keep it. We do have an Elvish Mystic. We do have decent amount of ramp. And we have ways to find what we need. So Mystic can come out first turn. And again, it was a bit unlucky last game where we went through half our deck without any Shrine of Nyx. And he went through way less than half his deck and found all those Shadowborns. Shadowborn's really the only card in this that gives us that much problems. And he did have the second one for the Arbor Colossus, which would have just been able to keep him down. So another Yavimaya Coast on the top. We can't play it right now, but we'll play it next turn. He's going to Sylvan Caryatid. And we have a Burning Tree on top. So I'll play the coast, gain some life, and we'll just Pelucranos here. I can actually Burning Tree into it. And then pass the turn to him. So again, we need to hit a Court of Calling or a there's so many. The one of Genesis Hydra's not bad, so he's going to commune. I wonder what he takes here. He takes the Whip, which is awesome because we can just Reclamation Sage it. And see if he's got another one. He does not. Pelucranos is going to be a bit of an issue for him because it's going to start beating him down. There's our Court of Calling. That's pretty much game. We're going to get a Scavenging Ooze with it eventually. I think what we do is we Elvish Mystic. And I'll take a damage for... Whoops, I did this in the wrong sequence, but I think we should be fine. And then we'll just attack him with everything. He's down to a 12. I do not... He's way too far behind. I do not see him coming back from this. He's Grizzly salvaging, and then doesn't find really anything. A Caryatid. Yeah, he's got a bunch of useless stuff in his graveyard. Which I will immediately ooze and just eat it. Eat all of it. Hey, we can tap for black mana now. And we can actually, the cool thing about Court of Calling is we can do it in response. Well, I'll be tapping creatures. Nemesis of Mortals. Alright, that's a bit of a annoying card. And another Caryatid. Arbor Colossus on top. I don't have to use much for the ooze. I can't generate the greatest amount of mana. I believe we just attack in with Pelucranos. And then I think I'll Court of Calling actually right now for the ooze. Even though I do want that Arbor Colossus on top. So we get the Caryatid. That's actually cool because it gets another one in the graveyard. So I will use it right now. So there's one. All we need to do... Actually, let's undo this as much as possible because we want the green mana to... So we need green, green, green... And then one here, and then one here. We're going to convoke for 2. 4. The Scavenging Ooze. We actually even get a land off top, which was awesome for our Courser, which gets us another life. But now we can just start eating his graveyard. And we have a Hornet Queen on top that we can't cast quite yet. We're getting very, very close to doing so. And, yep, he just scoops. Ooze is really hard for him to deal with. Even if he Shadowborn Demons, he's back to then trying to go through his entire library again for more stuff. I don't know if that was quite over. I've come back from worse than that before with Dredge. Cyclonic Rift actually seems interesting if I can make him return a card back to his hand and make him punish him with a... Do you know what? These Cyclonic Rifts actually seem... Oh, I'm going to put in a 1 of Cyclonic Rift. I'm actually going to take out a Master Biomancer, even though it is the... I'm going to take out... Yeah, just 1 is fine. And we'll submit this. So we'll have a 1 of out with Cyclonic Rift. Again, it's all about hitting the ooze in this matchup. And there it is in our opening hand with plenty of ramp. Quarter calling to get a additional 1 if we wanted to. Definitely keep this. This is a very, very powerful hand. See if he has the first turn Mystic, which it appears he... Oh, he's a Deathrite Shaman, which is... it's alright. Does a lot versus me by exiling creatures, but I don't need them once they're out of... or into my graveyard. So again, we'll use the ooze later on in down the road. The best thing I can actually draw into here is like a Burning Emissary. So let's see what he takes here. See if he takes an Nemesis Immortals. No, he takes a Mystic, so he definitely needs... And then he can exile the Forest with his Deathrite Shaman. And then put in a Mystic. So, I mean, he's got decent ramp here. There's our second ooze. But we'll do Satyr number 1. And possibly start eating things. Depends on how much stuff. Shadowborn Demon in their graveyard, Shadowborn Demon in their hand. So he takes a demon in his hand. Geez, I just might... If I draw into a land, I just might start eating since I have double ooze. Gotta worry about the Deathrite Shaman starting to do damage. Again, best thing I draw into... That's not bad, because when he plays it, I can actually force him, Cyclonic Rift him away. I don't know. Yeah, I think the right play here is just to start eating stuff out of the graveyard. Make him actually use a target with the Scavenging Ooze. So he's generating mana. He generated a Grizzly Salvage. He had a lot of Grizzly Salvages. And he put Whip into their graveyard. Forest into his hand. So he needed to hit that other land. Okay. So Ooze hits the... We'll untap the Maya Coast. And exiling the Night Howler is probably the better. Or a Shadowborn Demon out of his... Now this is probably going to force him to Shadowborn this turn. Which Shadowborn might actually get me. He's going to go after my ooze here. And now he's free to... No more lands in his graveyard to... So you might as well just attack him with the Deathrites. Yep, so I take 2. Desperately need to hit a land off the top here so I can eat 2 more cards. It's an Arbor Colossus. Ugh, that's sickening. Unfortunately, I do believe we throw out the other ooze. And it really is just that we didn't draw lands here. Maybe I should have gone for the Voyaging Satyr, but he would have just killed it. So we're going to take out the Night Howler. That's probably the greatest threat now in his deck. He has to eat something here, which is going to be a Deathrite Shaman. So my only hope is to really start eating a lot of stuff with the ooze. Hopefully that he doesn't have another Shadowborn Demon just naturally in his hand. And drawing into a land next turn, that's so pivotal. But he's gonna just continue to blast me. Yeah, with the Shadowborn Demons. He has no lands, so unless this is a commune, he puts out a Carotid. Okay, so that doesn't matter. I was gonna say I'm going to Cyclonic Rift back as Demon, but maybe that doesn't make the most sense. I mean, I might end up having to do that next turn. Because he'll have more things he can actually kill out of the graveyard. And then swing in. Jeez, and we can't hit a land to save our life. So, at this point even... we can generate 2 mana, eat 2 things, and then... so I attack in with the ooze? Or, do you know what, we can actually... we could bounce the Shadowborn Demon and make him... or we could bounce a Deathrite. No, we can't bounce a Deathrite Shaman. I'm just pretty much dead here. I think we attack in. If we'd have hit some land drops here, it would have been a different story. By being able to eat enough stuff out of his graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He still has to kill something. So he's going to kill a Deathrite Shaman. I know that. But he's going to use his mana to do so. Oh, he's going to kill a Caryatid. So Grizzly Salvage, I'm down to a 4. And he eats the Mystic. That's interesting. He's not going to be able to recast his Deathrite Shaman. Or a Shadowborn Demon. But I don't know if I can actually generate... enough. So he's gonna exile another. So in response to my untap, yeah, Myakos, I'll be down to a 1. But I have to do it now. Because I'll go down to a 2. Up to a 1. We're going to get rid of now Nemesis Immortals. And I think the only hope in hell that I have is to draw into a Burning Tree Emissary next turn. And actually, Burning Tree Emissary doesn't do much. Puts out a Mystic. Yeah, he just has to untap and activate those Deathrite Shamans, and I'm toast. So let's see what happens here. A Sage isn't going to do it. Yeah. I definitely want this match back. I definitely think it's something we can handle. Got a little bit unlucky the first game and the second game there. Because does he have... No, he's only got 1 more, but that's all it's going to take. Because he can attack in with his... Let's see. So I can generate 2 mana. I can do it right now. I can exile both of them. So I can exile the Cyclonic Rift. No, and yeah, I'd still die. So it's over because you can just attack in with these things. So unfortunately, it's the lands, and now we finally, oh boy, we hit the lands. There's the jackpot right there. Our next gazillion cards of hitting lands, and then we would have been fine in this game. But pretty cool deck. We'll go on to another match. This has been Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.